start standing. Jake, you're blocking the view a little bit. So bringing our feet comfortably under our hips. I'm going to move my body a little bit here. We're just going to start by rolling down. So roll down with your ball until your ball comes to the ground. And you're just going to bring it between your legs, between your above your ankles, right? Somewhere there. And just place it there, your feet close enough together to hang on to it. And then stack the spine back up. So roll back up. Great. And then we're going to inhale as we lift our arms up over our head and float the heels a little bit off the ground. And exhale, float the heels down as your arms come down. Okay, so float the heels up and we'll lift. Maybe a little higher. And exhale back down. And one more time. Nice deep breath. Full breath. Float those heels. Lift. And exhale. Float back down. And then we're going to bring our arms forward. Bend our knees. Flatten our back, which is a like chair position in yoga, right? And then we're going to stand back up. And again, reach your arms forward, flatten the back, reaching out. Now, see if you can lift your heels and lower them. And this position, lift and lower. And then lift your heels, stand back up, arms go over the head, and we float the heels down as our arms come down. And again, reach forward, flat back. Inhaling, lift the heels, however high they can come up, stand back up, and float everything back down. One more time, reach it out, flat back, lift heels, arms come up as we stand up onto our toes, and float everything back down. And then we're going to roll down again, so just let your body relax as you roll down. Take hold of your ball, your hands, and stack your spine back up. And then bringing our ball in front of us, holding it in the right hand, we're just going to take it behind us, follow that ball back, bring it forward again. Then left hand takes that ball back and bring it forward. And then we'll do a full circle. So with our right hand, circle that arm back all the way around and take it in the left hand, follow it back, circle it around. And again, just keep going a nice smooth circle as we breathe. Left hand back and bring it forward. Good. And when we come back to the front, we're going to take the ball in our right hand, bring it behind our back, switch it to our left. Bring it forward, take it in our left hand behind our back, and switch. And right hand, kind of opening our chest and shoulders a little bit. And one more time, left hand takes it back and switch. And then we're going to lift that ball up over our head, take a little back bend, just looking up, taking our ball a little behind us. And coming back up, we'll take a side bend here, ball overhead, inhale, and just take a little side bend over on your exhale. Lift back up on the inhale and take a side bend over on your exhale. Lift on the inhale, side bend over just a couple times each way, kind of bending our side and using our side muscles. Exhale over and lift back up. And then go ahead and take your ball in whatever hand, let your arms come down. And we're going to actually bring our arms out and we're going to just lift one knee, pass that ball under, put that foot down, lift your other knee, pass that ball under, right, side to side. See how smooth and graceful I can't be very smooth and graceful on that side, but how smooth we can pass the ball underneath the leg. Great. And then when we're even on both sides, we're going to go ahead and come to the end of our mat and roll down again. So if you want to just have your ball in your hands, roll down and put your hands on top of your ball and just kind of bend and straighten the legs. Breathe and hang here. And then we'll just push our ball a little bit farther away from our feet. See if we can elongate our spine a little bit. So you're going to be weighting yourself into your ball a little bit, right? And just press those heels down. So you can lift your tailbone. And then we'll go ahead and roll that ball back. And you can put it off to the side. Walk your hands out from your feet into pike or down dog, spreading the fingers wide. A little stretch here. We can just kind of walk our heels, lifting the tailbone. A nice stretch in our back of our legs and our blood to our brain. And then maybe taking it a little farther away. So we come into a high plank or all the way into a plank. And just take a couple nice deep breaths here. And coming all the way down to the mat, however you like to do that. Bring yourself around to sitting. And we're going to place the ball behind our low back. So we'll have our legs bent and a half bend there, right? And start with that ball kind of low near your tailbone. You can either have your hands on your legs or you can reach your arms forward. But we want to relax our shoulders and lift tall on our inhale, curl the tailbone under, letting ourselves just round into that ball as we exhale. And then feel that ball helping you to come back up, right? And inhale, exhale, curling the tailbone, curling back into the ball. This is pretty easy. Just feel that support. Pull yourself back up. And then we'll take that ball a little farther back, maybe 2 inches or so. Inhale, exhale, curl tailbone under and round back. So the ball's somewhere in that low back, right, area. Inhale, exhale, up. Good. Inhale, exhale, round back. Again, you can hold on to your legs or not, whatever you prefer. Good. Inhale, exhale. Still feeling that support, but working a little bit more. And then taking it just slightly back again. So maybe it's going to be around the bottom of the rib cage. Inhale, exhale, round back. You should feel it near the bottom of your rib cage. Inhale, exhale, up. You'll notice it's a little bit more work. Inhale, exhale, back. Shoulders relax. Good. Inhale, exhale, up. And then we'll place it even a little bit more back. So it's going to be under, hopefully under your shoulder blades or so. Inhale, exhale, round back. So we find that ball, we might need to adjust it. Inhale, exhale, up. Till our shoulders are relaxed. Just 2 times, round back. Good. Inhale, exhale, up. Now this time we're going to round all the way back into the ball again. So just letting our shoulders stay relaxed as we round back. Bring your feet in closer. You might need to adjust your ball a little bit and bring the hands behind the head. And we're just going to arch back over the ball. Take a little time to adjust it. Just feel your chest open. Support your head with your hands. And then inhaling here on our exhale, drawing our rib cage toward our pelvis to bring ourselves up. And then inhale back. So really letting ourselves go into that back extension. And then exhaling up. So more emphasis on the back extension. Exhale up. And then when we come up, let's open our knees apart. So we're going to inhale and arch back over the ball with our knees open. Good. And exhale up. We just kind of let our hips open a bit. Inhale, arch back. And exhale up. Hopefully your legs can relax. Good. One more. Inhale back and exhale up. And when you come up, go ahead and lift your knees back up. And we'll reach and grab hold of our thighs. Lift ourselves off the ball and take it between the thighs. We'll come on onto the back here. However it's comfortable for you there between your legs. And we're going to inhale, nice full breath. And as we exhale, tilting that tailbone up, we're going to peel our spine and gently squeezing the ball to come all the way up into a bridge. Good. And then feel like when you squeeze the ball, you're going to exhale back down, gently squeezing. Think of squeezing the ball with the very, very top of your thighs, or you can think of bringing your hip bones towards each other, right? So that squeeze is coming from deep within the abs, the lower abs. Inhale, exhale, gently squeeze and peel off the mat. Inhale, press the hips up. Exhale, melt the spine back down. Good. And again, inhale, relax. Exhale, peel off the mat. And we'll just stay up here for a couple of breaths, little squeezes on the ball as we press the hips up, right? So a little bit of a pressing upward as we gently squeeze. Very little movement, very small, little movement here. And then you can stop squeezing the ball, bring your arms over your head and relax them on the ground. And next exhale, melt the spine down one bone at a time. And just letting your hips relax and your arms and your shoulders. And then we'll clasp our hands behind our head. And to start with, take your legs over to one side, hanging onto your ball, trying to keep your shoulders all the way on the ground. Feel that little stretch across your side body. And then lift the knees up. Take the legs over to the other side, keeping your shoulders on the ground. A little stretch through that side. And lift back up to the top. Good. And then we'll inhale. Make sure you feel nice and grounded in with your feet here. Exhale, pressing rib cage into the mat. Gently squeeze the ball and curl up. So we'll lift up, gently squeeze. Inhale, lie back down as we release. Exhale, gently squeeze and press up. Inhale, lie back down. Nice deep breath. Exhale, press up, gently squeezing that ball. You're going to stay up and then lift your knees up and have your legs as close as you want them to your body. They can be in line with your hips or your knees can be closer to you, whatever is comfortable. Bring your legs away from you as you inhale, and then exhale, bring the ball towards you, right? So inhale away, gently squeeze and bring it in. So this is where you really want to support your head and neck with your hands. Good. Inhale away, exhale back. Good. And then when you bring your legs up, go ahead and relax your head down onto the mat for a moment and relax your legs, but stay in this position. Good. Inhaling, exhaling, we're going to come back up into this position here, lifting our head off the ground. And then we're going to try to bring our ball towards our head and our head towards our ball, and then release. So you're going to exhale as you kind of curl into a ball, bringing your ball towards your head towards your ball, and then relax as you inhale, like moving everything towards each other and then everything away from each other. Right? You feel a nice stretch in that low back as you feel your low belly muscles working. Actually, you're feeling a lot of muscles working. Good. Inhale, exhale, curl into a ball. Good. And then go ahead and lie down, relax everything. You can hug your knees and rock your body around. And then we'll bring our legs up and our arms out from our shoulders. So our legs are bent, again, however you're comfortable. Inhaling the legs over to one side, gently squeeze and lift on the exhale. And take it over to the other side on your inhale, anchoring those shoulders. Gently squeeze and lift as we exhale. So side to side. Using our breath, using the exhale to lift. A couple more. If you want to straighten your legs, you can, and make it a little bit more weighted, right? With the legs straighter. Exhale away and exhale back. Inhale away and exhale back. Good. And then when you come back to the top, go ahead and bend your knees. Take your ball. And we're going to be putting the ball underneath our right foot. So rest your right foot on top of your ball, making sure you feel like your foot's in line with your sits bones. We're lying on the ground here. Inhale. As you exhale, you're going to bridge up. You're just going to press your hips up with your foot on the ball. Good. And then inhale at the top, exhale back down. Good. And then we're going to just add to that, do that a couple more times. So as we exhale, we're going to press the hips up. And then as we inhale, we straighten our right leg to roll that ball out. Inhale, pull it back in, and exhale back down. Good. Inhale, exhale, press hips up. You can articulate your spine or just press your hips up. Roll the ball away, straightening that right leg. Pull it back in and lower the hips down. And then we're going to bring our hands behind our head again. So clasp hands behind head, lift your left knee. So that bent knee, inhale. As we exhale, we're going to press up and straighten our right leg and turn and look to the left. So we're getting to that half crisscross kind of position. Come back to center, lie back down as you pull the ball in. Again, exhale, press up, roll the ball away and turn and look to the left. And back to center, lie down as you pull the ball back in. One more time, exhale up, rotate as you stretch that ball out, and you're going to stay here
And see if you can do little tiny pulses, bringing your right elbow towards your left knee, right? Just a little tiny pulse. And we're not pulling our body off center, right? We keep our whole back. You're going to feel your right shoulder come off the mat a little bit, but not very much. And then come back to center. Roll the ball in as you lie back down. And then put your foot on the mat and switch to the left foot on the ball with our arms by our side. Inhale, exhale, press hips up. Good. Inhale, exhale, back down. So feeling your weight of your leg on the ball. Inhale, exhale, press hips up. Roll that ball out with your left foot. Draw it back in and lower the hips. Good. Inhale, exhale, press up. Straighten that left leg. Roll that ball back and exhale back down. And bring your hands behind your head. I'm going to lift our right leg up. Inhale, exhale, press up as we straighten that left leg and turn to the right. And back to center, lie down as you pull the ball in, inhaling, exhaling up as you extend that leg and turn to the right. Look back, from center, lie back down as you pull it in. Nice deep breath. Exhale up, extend that leg and rotate. Stay here. And a little pulses, left elbow toward right knee. Again, keeping our body on the mat, just a small rotation. And then come center, lie down and draw your foot back in. Put both feet on the ball. Inhaling here. As we exhale up, we extend both legs, roll that ball away, and then reach your arms as if you could lift yourself up, just little pumps with those arms. So we're reaching for our feet, the 100, right? Inhale, which we never do. Exhale, except today. Inhale and exhale. We won't do a full 100, don't worry. Inhale and exhale. Nice strong arms. Inhale and exhale. Good. Stop and bring your hands behind your head and lie back down. Pull your ball in. Relax. Now let's try just opening our knees with our feet on the ball, just see how that feels. Right. And lift the knees up and just take your feet off of the ball and we'll bring it underneath our sacrum. So lift the hips, find the ball right where it feels right for you, wherever that is, right behind your sacrum, right? Tailbone and the whole sacrum area. And then just let your body relax there. We're going to start with a little bit of movement of our pelvis because it's really nice to do this on the ball. The ball just gives you a nice pillowy feeling, right? So you're going to curl the tailbone upward as you exhale. Curl the tailbone down on your inhale. It's a little pelvic tilt up and down, just a little small one. Feeling like your sacrum getting a massage on the ball. And then bring your pelvis to level or neutral. And now think of sliding your right hip down and your left hip up so that we're on that sagittal plane, right? So the right hip kind of reaching toward the right foot, left hip kind of reaching up toward the left shoulder, and bring it back to center. And then kind of stretch your left hip down toward your left foot as you bring your right hip up a little bit towards your right shoulder. And it's a small movement up and down. So shifting our hips up and down. Make sure you're gentle. So especially if you have low back issues, move slowly. Good. And then we're going to put it together. So we come to neutral. We curl the tailbone up. And then we slide start with our left hip slides down, right hip slides up. And then we curl the tailbone down. And then our right hip slides down, left hip slides up, curl the tailbone up. So we're just making a circle on the ball, basically. So you can also think of having a little bowl with a marble in it on your belly, and you want that marble to go around your bowl. So just make a circle with your pelvis. Getting a nice massage. And then we'll reverse our circle, right? So the other direction. We hardly ever do the pelvic bowl, but doing it on the ball is really kind of nice because you get this pillowy feeling, which I like. Yeah, and you can really let everything move in a nice way, all those joints of our sacrum. All right, and then we're going to stop our pelvic bowl. We're going to stretch our right leg in. So grab hold of that right knee. Now, if it's too hard to balance on your ball, put your both arms on the ground. Extend your left leg out. But if you can balance and hold on to your right knee, it's kind of nice. You can kind of stretch it in. And then we'll extend our left leg up and back down. So really reaching it into the ground, really stretching it down. And then lift it up. We might point up and flex down. And moving that leg. Again, see if you can balance by keeping your arms up, but if not, put them on the ground. Good. And really stretching that leg long as we move it. Good. One more time. And then when we lengthen that leg down, really stretch it down as you pull your right knee in. And then draw your left leg in and switch. Extend the right leg out. Really stretch the legs away from each other. And then again, lengthen that leg up and lengthen it back down. And lengthen it up. And stretch it all the way down. We're lengthening our leg up and down. That nice hip flexor stretch. And breathe. Next time you lengthen your leg down, bring both knees in, extend the legs to the ceiling, and open into a nice big straddle. So you might be able to hold on to your legs with your hands, but you might need your hands on the ground. Just let your legs get a stretch here. You might move a little bit if you want to move your legs or add a little movement to that. And then bring the legs back together and hold on to your right leg as you stretch your left leg down. Maybe you can grab your calf, but wherever you can grab on, give it a stretch and really stretch your legs. And then slowly scissor the legs and switch. Stretch both legs, really stretching that bottom leg down and switch. Hopefully we can balance here with our arms off the ground. And keep doing a slow scissor. Kind of stretch the legs. It's a good way to get into the hip flexors, right? Really reaching that bottom leg down. And then we'll go ahead and bring both legs up and bring them behind, towards your head. So kind of pull your legs back You kind of lift off that ball a little bit, maybe, right? Stretch the legs back. Maybe you can grab your toes here. Almost going into a rollover, but we never do rollovers. Okay, and then lift the legs, bend the knees, put your feet back down onto the mat. And we're going to press the hips up off the ball, pull it out from underneath our butt, and articulate your spine all the way down. Take your ball in your hands. Good. And you're going to lift one leg into tabletop, other leg into tabletop, curl up. And what we're going to do is a little single leg stretch and pass our ball underneath our legs. So you're just going to switch and switch, little figure eight, right? Pressing up, lifting as high as you can. Little figure eight movement with that ball under the legs. And breathe. If this is hard on your neck, you can lie down and do it with your head and shoulders on the ground, but you might need your legs a little higher, right? They might need to come up a little more. So you feel your back being supported. Okay. Stretch it out. All right. And then bring the legs together. Relax yourself down. Ball on top of your legs, on your shins. Rock your body. Ball's kind of on top of the knees and the shin area. And then we'll just do a little press into the ball as we exhale, pressing legs into the ball, pressing ball into the legs, right? So just a little bit of a isometric thing here to lift our hips off the ground. Just a small one. All right, and then put your ball between your legs. You're going to use that ball to roll up. So squeeze it as you put your feet on the mat, straighten them and roll up, squeezing to come up and stretch. And then we're going to take our ball and roll it away from us. So your legs can be a little bit apart. You can put the ball on top of your legs if that's more comfortable and roll it away. All right, so just roll it out. Roll it away. Back stacking up and roll away. And you might want to straddle your legs a little bit more if that's comfortable for you. Really up to your body, however it feels good to you. We just want to kind of stretch our spine, a little bit of a stretch through the legs. Get that rolling motion going. And then when we come up, we're going to bring our legs together and sit. I think I'll move my mat because it's migrating to the back. Sit with the spine really tall and straight. So find our spine nice and tall, and then we can see how straight our legs want to be, right? So whatever that is, right? But really lengthening the spine, ball in front of us. So on our inhale, we're going to pull the ball in, gently pressing into it towards our chest. On our exhale, we're just going to twist. It's a very small twist. And then inhale back to center, lengthen the spine. And exhale, twist the other way. And back to center. Good. And then extend your ball out. And we're going to add to that. So we got a sense of that little bit of a twist we have, right? Lengthen the spine as you inhale. Press into the ball. As you bring it in and lengthen the spine, exhale, twist. And then extend your arms straight out from you as you inhale. Exhale, lift it up over your head. Bring it back to center and lower it back in front. So inhale, lengthen as you press into that ball and bring it in. Exhale, twist the other direction. Inhale, extend that ball forward. Exhale, lift it up over your head. Keep lengthening the spine. Bring it back. and forward. So 2 more. Inhale, press in and lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reach it out. Exhale, lift. Inhale, back. You don't have to breathe this way if you don't want to. Exhale, forward. 1 more. Press and lift the spine, not the shoulders. Rotate. Extend the ball out. Lift it up. Shoulders stay down. Bring it center. And back in front. All right. Relax your legs. Relax your arms. And we're going to bring the ball between our thighs just to have something to squeeze to help us do a few roll-ups. And you might want your legs to be bent. You might like them straight. Doesn't matter. But reaching arms forward, lifting as we inhale. Exhale. Use that ball. Squeeze it on your exhale to round back. Right? And then you might want to sweep your arms around. You might want to just reach them forward and squeeze the ball to roll back. Really going at your own pace, right? So whatever that is for you, just using the ball so that we have that support and using our breath. I like doing the arm sweep. So basically it means circling the arms, right? So you go back, and if you take your arms over your head and you sweep them around, they can help you back up. Come up. And going at your own pace, shoulders relaxed, articulating down. Rolling through the spine. 1 more. Last one. And you don't have to go all the way down, of course. You can go part way. If you can't get back up easily, don't go all the way down. And then when we come to the top of this roll up, we're just going to stretch over our legs. So take your ball and on top of your shins or ankles, wherever you want to hold it, and just kind of stretch yourself forward. A little back stretch. And then we'll be coming onto our side with the ball underneath our rib cage, waist area, on the elbow. And pressing that arm into the ground. Just kind of find it, make sure your hips are all the way down. And we'll just let our ribs sort of sink into the ball and then press them up off the ball. And then let them sink into the ball and press them up and stay there. So you feel like your ball is supporting you, arm up. You can't have your arm up, that's okay, you don't have to. We're gonna, oops, I need to scooch myself. We're gonna extend our top leg, flex the foot. We're gonna kick forward and stretch back. Just kick that leg a few times, reach. Pressing into the ground with our elbow. Good. And again, if you don't want to have your arm up, if it's too hard to balance or something, you can put it on the ground. Kick and reach. And reach. Breathe. And next time we reach that leg back, just go ahead and let it bend and relax. And just taking your arm back, open your chest to the ceiling. Take a little back bend here. And then lift up and take this top arm and thread it through that arm. So a little thread the needle stretch on that shoulder. And lift up and bring this hand that where you're on your elbow, bring that arm straight, bring this ball under this hand, and we're going to roll, let your back elbow bend as you roll that ball out and stretch your top leg out. All right, so you get a little side stretch, and then bend the knee as you pull it back in.
So you're kind of doing a half push-up on your left or your back arm, right? So roll it out as your elbow bends and your leg stretches out. And then press and pull it back in as your knee bends. One more time, press it away, straighten that leg. Feel that side stretch and pull it back in as your knee bends. Great. And then we'll take that ball underneath between the calf and the thigh of this top leg, back up on our elbow. We're going to pull that leg back and forward. Pull the knee back, right? Think of pulling your knee back, not your hip. So we pull and forward. Pull. Now circle the leg. Take it up and back and around. Kind of moving in the hip socket, moving the leg in the hip socket, right? Kind of circle and circle the other direction. Hanging on to that ball, which will engage all of our hamstrings and our calf muscles. Feel that. All right, and then go ahead and let it relax down. And we'll bring the ball between our legs, kind of above your ankles or wherever you want to hold on to it. Lie down on your arm with your ball there. Good. Take a nice deep breath. And as we exhale, we're going to lift the legs, pressing our torso up a little bit into that. It's called side leg banana. Inhale, lie back down because we make a banana, a crescent shape. Exhale, press up. I never don't talk much about the names of the exercises that we do. Exhale, press up. Inhale, lower down. And we'll take that into a little teaser. So as we're going to press up on our exhale, and then we're going to roll back a little bit and sweep our bottom arm down, let our knees bend to come up, right, teaser. And then we're going to come back to our side, slide back down. Inhale, exhale, press up, slide that bottom arm, roll back, and roll back onto your side. Take a nice deep breath, exhale, press up again, and let that bottom arm slide, roll up into teaser. Now see if you can take your ball, maybe you can straighten your legs and lift your ball up over your head and balance, maybe. We try. And then we're going to bring our arms down, bend our knees, feet down to the mat. And just kind of come into a little mermaid side stretch or wherever you can want to bring your legs. Take that arm over. And then we'll come on to our other side on our elbow. All underneath the rib cage, waist. And make sure your hips are all the way down, elbow under the shoulder, and let your rib cage kind of sink into the ball and then press it up. And let it sink down into the ball and press it up and hold. Stay there with your top leg extended. If you can, bring that arm up, flex and kick and reach back. Nice big stretch, however slow or fast, whatever speed you want to do it, but really stretch the leg. Good, and breathe. Obviously, if you go a little bit faster, it's more challenging, right? So we want to make sure that we have a little bit of a challenge. Good. Next time we reach back, you can stay there, let your knee bend and relax down, open to the back, let your arm go back,
Open chest to ceiling. And then come up and thread that top arm through underneath your bent elbow, your arm. Take a little stretch here. And then come up and bring your ball underneath your front arm. And this back arm is hand on the ground, right? We're going to roll that ball away as we lower down and stem that top leg. So you feel a nice stretch in your side and then roll it back in as you bend. And lower down and roll away, stem that leg and press and roll it back in. And one more time, really stretch that side body, reach. And roll it back in. And then we'll come onto an elbow again and put this ball behind our knee. Right. And we'll take it forward and reach it back. It's more of the backward motion we're going for. We just kind of bring it to wherever we started and reach back. A little bit of a squeeze on that ball to hold on to it. And then circle the leg. Little circle. And we're breathing. Reverse your circle. Feeling the glutes and hamstrings. And relax your legs. Take that ball out. Put it between your calf, ankle, wherever you want to hold on to it there. Lie down on your arm. Take a nice deep breath. As we exhale, we're going to lift the legs, press up a little bit. Inhale, lower back down. And exhale, press up, lift the legs, pressing up a little bit. Inhale, lie back down. Going into teaser, we're going to press ourselves up, slide that bottom arm down, and roll up, and roll back down to where we started. Inhale, exhale, lift the legs, press up, slide that bottom arm, come up, teaser, and back the way we came. So gracefully. One more. Exhale, lift, slide the arm down and roll back and come up into teaser. Take the ball. See if you can straighten your legs and lift your ball up and balance. Here. And hold. And then bring arms forward, bend the knee, and come down to sitting. We'll take a little side stretch. Wherever you want to put your legs, wherever it works for you. Take a little side stretch here. And we'll come up and bring ourselves onto our all fours, all between our knees or thighs, wherever. And hold on to it. Bring our fingers nice and spread out on the mat. Let's do a little movement of our spine. So rounding the spine, pressing hips back, and lifting up, and letting your back come into the arch. And back to neutral. Curl the tailbone under, round, back, and lift up, and arch. Good. So just a nice cat-cow movement. I like to press my hips back because it's a nice stretch for the back and the shoulders, and arch. And then we're going to tuck our toes into the mat.
You're going to round your back and press back. And then lift up, float the knees, lower the knees, and arch. Good. Inhale, exhale, round, press the hips back a little bit, and lift up, float the knees, stay here. See if you can stay up and squeeze the ball, little squeezes with your knees just a little off the mat. And lower back down, let your spine arch. And coming neutral, stretch back to your heels for just a moment. And then we'll come up and put that ball underneath our chest. We'll come onto our forearms. And just let the ball be support, right? So we're on our elbows here and feel supported by the ball. And then we're going to do a single leg kick. So really pressing the front of our pelvis into the ground. We're going to kick, kick, and stretch it out. Inhale, kick, kick, and alternating our legs, right? Kick, kick, and reach. Kick, kick, and reach. And breathe. Kick, kick, and reach. Last one, or when you're even on both sides, you can let your legs relax. We're going to bring our elbows in farther down towards our waist. Hands are underneath the shoulders more. So swan position. Okay. And if you need to adjust your ball, you can let your head just drop over the ball, relax, chin on the ball. So feel a little, hopefully you feel a nice stretch in the back of your neck and your shoulders. And then we're going to sort of lengthen head and chest out like we're trying to push the ball away and press up a little bit. And then lower back down and let your head relax on the ball. And then lengthen out and up as if you were rolling that ball away, and then press into the hands a little bit and lower back down and relax your head. Now we're going to change that up a little bit. You're going to lengthen out and up as high as you can, and then float your arms off the mat. And then put them back down, lower down, and relax over the ball. And again, kind of roll that ball away. And then when you come up, float your arms. Hold. Feel those shoulders down your back. Hands back down, arms back down on the mat, lower down, and relax. And one more time, roll that ball forward, come up, float your arms, hold, and then put your arms down and press up a little higher. So however high you're comfortable going, right? Straightening the arms all the way or part way. And lower back down onto the ball. And then we're going to take that ball and put it out in front of our head and our hands on top of it. And we're going to press into the ball to lift up as we lift our left leg, right? And then lower back down and press and sort of roll that ball a little bit towards you. Lift your right leg and lower back down. Again, press and lift, lifting the left leg and lower back down as you roll it out. And one more time, lifting the right leg, press and pull in and back down. Now we're going to lift both legs. So we'll just press and up onto that ball as we lift both legs and lower back down as that ball goes out. And continue, lift both legs, sink into the ball and back out. And one more time, lift up and lower back down, relax. And then take your ball in your hands. Some of you might need something under your chest to help you with this now that we don't have the ball under our chest. Okay, so we're going to just lift that ball a little bit. Take it in your right hand. Bring both arms behind the back. Switch behind us. Bring the arms forward and lower down. And then float up. Take your ball in your left hand. Arms behind us. We switch the ball to the right hand. Bring it around and lower down. And again, lift up. Take your ball, whichever hand you didn't do, behind you, and switch and lower down. And one more time, lift up. Take both arms back, switch the ball, bring your arms forward and lower down. And you can rest now. So we're going to come up onto our knees and take a little child's pose type of stretch here for our backs. So sitting back to the heels. And then we'll come up to sitting. You might want to sit on something to help lift you up a little higher, or you might want to sit with your legs in diamond shape, or you might sit straddled. It's really up to you how you want to sit here to start with. And I know it's hard for some of you to straddle the legs. So we'll take the ball just to one side, hand on it. And we'll just take it. Stretch over, really anchoring your hips. Oh, you can sit cross-legged too if you want. And lift up. Take it over, just a couple side stretches. And lift up. And take it to the other side. And taking this arm up, anchoring our hips, take it over. Stretch under that shoulder and back. Take it over. And then lift up. All right, and then we'll take it into a saw. Again, you don't have to have your legs in a straddle for saw. It's more about the twist and the stretch, right? So picking up your ball in one hand, rotate over to put your ball either outside your leg or inside, wherever. And you're just going to roll that ball towards your foot or away from you. Roll it back, pick it up. And take it over to the other side, switching to the other hand, roll it away, and roll it back, up, switch, roll it away. You can use your back hand to press yourself forward if you want. Lift it up and over to the other side, roll it away. Good hip and shoulder stretch. Right, take it up and over, roll it away. And whenever you're even on both sides, just or you feel like you've had a good stretch, you can take it to that point, and then you can end where we started. Okay, well, thank you all for coming. And the ball is fun, isn't it? I'll hit the record button. Dang.